Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back. I want to talk about a crypto here called AGIX SingularityNet token. Most of you guys people have probably heard of like ChatGPT or the AI sector. You've probably seen it in news feeds, YouTube at the moment. And you're just seeing, anything with them keywords, you're just seeing them pop off at the moment. You know what I mean? You're seeing these pretty big surges recently. This crypto here, you can see this is SingularityNet. You can see that it's had some pretty big runs since, early January. That's also when Bitcoin started to run up from the, like 15,500, 16,000 levels up into the 25K range as we know it. And what I've noticed, I've drawn up some key trend lines here, volume defined support, resistance levels. Now, what I'm seeing, you can see that there's currently a bearish divergence in the chart. It's been panning out for the last month and a half or so. I do expect we will see a crack. We're going to see another crack at this high here, around 66 to 67 cent level. I do expect it to potentially hit that, but I do think you will see it come up here into the 80, 81, 82 range. The low 80s on the RSI here. Now, if we flip over to the weekly, you can see this 29 cent level here. If we're to fall below 38 cents, you will see a pretty big pullback to this 29 cent level. This will be your first area of support. Your next level of support is around 22 cents. And then you can see there's another big there was sideways consolidation there. If I flip back over the daily chart, you can see that there was this sideways chop before you had your next surge up to that high, right? You can also see it had a double top going all the way back to here. As you can see, I've set an alert. I'm going to be going short around 67 cent level. I do expect it to have a pullback. The reason I say this is because if you go over to the Google Trends, so this here, I've just put in ChatGPT, the AI, what people are searching for, these keywords here. As you can see, no one knew what was ChatGPT. It come out, I think late November sometime. And as you can see, when it first launched, you could see everyone was typing in AI as well. You had a big pullback in AI. It went sideways here for ChatGPT. And then you started seeing, how can I integrate ChatGPT into my website? How can I, use it, in my Shopify store? Or how can I, use it to make money, an essay or something like that? And then as you can see, it's had this massive rip all the way up to, now this is a very important date, this February 8th here, February 7th, February 8th. As you would know, AGIX and many other cryptos in the AI cryptos, they all topped out. They had a pivot top at those highs when this was also topping out. And as you can see, it's just chopped sideways here. And that's the same with AGIX, but you can currently see it's currently having a little breakout here at the moment as we do speak. The momentum's just above the 20 here at the moment. So it could potentially, as I suspect, I do think it will have a potential push up into the 80s here. And I will be shorting at that 67 cent level. I do expect it, if it falls below 38 US cents, I do expect the first level of support here would be at 29 cents. The next one would be down here at around 22 cents when you had all that sideways chop. Now, this is very important here. You can see how there's like these pockets here within the volume, right? So between 22 cents to 38 cents, you can see not many people bought. It pushed straight up. So it's like a vacuum. It just goes straight up. But then also on the way down, if we break that 38 cent level, you're going to see it, sharply pull back. So if we flip over to the weekly, you can see how these weekly candles here, see how just 1 week in the 7 days, it just, pushed straight up. It also pushed straight up here once it broke out above 6 cents. It was just stuck down there. It was acting as support here, flipped into resistance, couldn't close any weekly candles above. And then once it did, you had that massive surge, and it just pushed straight through all the it's like a, you know, it's like a vacuum. It just goes straight up, but also on the way down. So if you get that close below 38 cents on the daily, if you see a daily candle close below 38 cents, I would be holding a short down to around 29 cents. I'd take 50% off there, and then I would you know, take another profit out at 22 US cents. So that's what I see in the charts for AGIX. You guys can put comments below. I might get some hate for this because, you know, I put out some polls recently. This poll here on CoinMarketCap, 91% of people were bullish, only 3 people were bearish. This was 12 days ago. Flip over to this one. I've only had this poll out for the last 2 hours. We'll click View Analytics. 95% of people are currently bullish. One person's bearish. But this kind of reminds me of, like, you know, NFTs, the metaverse, Web3. I remember that was really big keywords back in the last bull market, right? Because NFTs were going from, you know, multi-millions, and now some of them aren't even worth like $10, you know what I mean? So I feel like this is the same, because you can see if we flip over the exact same, you can see it's had a massive run up. There was always, you know, people searching for AI, but when ChatGPT launched, you can see AI surged, right, up into the 85s. And then you had that slight little pullback in ChatGPT. AI also pulled back, and then you can see it went on that next surge, and then it hit like match the peak of, you know, saturation. It was on your YouTube feed, news articles, everyone's talking about it. It's, you know, it's hit like peak max saturation. Everyone's, you know, in the know. But yeah, it kind of reminds me of how NFTs, it was, you know, everyone wanted in, they wanted a piece, they were changing their profile pictures to, you know, some type of monkey or, you know, something like that. And then, you know, you can see it had that sharp drop, right, in about 3 months into March. And then you had that slow, like, death cleanse, as, you know, what we know now. And no one's really talking about NFTs or anything like that. This, to me, I feel like it's the same thing. And I do expect you will have one more push up into the 67 cent level. And I do expect some kind of pullback. You know, we're talking about, I think it's like a 50% pullback. So from 67 cents down to this 29 cent level, that's a 56% pullback. Then down to that next level, you're talking about 22 cents. That's around 67% fall. So, you know, 5-10x leverage short, that's some pretty decent money right there. You could set a, you know, tight stop, 10-20% loss. You know, I've seen a lot of people, they're talking about $1. Everyone thinks this coin, it's going to be pushing up against that $1. And, you know, when 90% of people are bullish, I got to take the other. I got to take the other side of the coin here. I can't be in the same boat as the crowd here. It's, you know, the charts are showing there's weakness creeping into the market here. That bearish divergence. You did have a topping tail weekly candle here. The first February candle. You know, smart money was dumping into this here, but I do expect you could get a potential push above the double top here at 66 cents, 67 cent level. But like I said, I will be going short. I do think there's a very good opportunity here because the majority of people think it's going one way. I'm going to take the other side of the bet. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, had some useful information out of this video, and I'll see you in the next one. AGIX out. Peace.